this book for you all. The book's name is Suki's Kimono. So kimono is this dress. That's a Japanese dress. Written by Chieri Uegaki. Illustrated by Stephen Chieri. The first page of the storybook. On the first day of school, Suki wanted to wear her kimono. Her sisters didn't approve. So Suki has two sisters. "You can't wear that," said Mari. "People will think you are weird." "You can't wear that," said Yomi. "Everyone will laugh and no one will play with you. You need something new, Suki. You need something cool." So those were her two sisters. So next page here. But Suki shook her head. She didn't care for new. She didn't care for cool. She wanted to wear her favorite thing. And her favorite thing was her kimono. Suki's obasan. So obasan is grandma in Japanese language. Suki's obasan had given her the kimono. The first time Suki wore it, her obasan took her to a street festival where they slurped bowls of slippery, cold somen noodles and shared a cone of crunchy shaped ice topped with a sweet red bean sauce. So somen is white noodles. So let's turn the page. Look here. What does it? Under strings of paper lanterns, Suki joined her obasan in a circle dance. So they are dancing here. Look. She followed her and copied her movements, trying to be as light and as graceful. So she was copying her obasan, her grandma. She watched the other women and children who danced, especially those who were dressed in cotton kimonos like her. So look here, so many girls are wearing kimonos. So let's turn the page. Suki sat so close to the stage. Before they left the festival, Suki and her obasan stopped at a souvenir stand. There were many things to choose from, but her obasan found the prettiest thing of all. A handkerchief of pale pink linen. So here is the handkerchief. And the handkerchief was decorated with tiny maple leaves and cherry blossoms. When she gave it to Suki, she said, Grandma said, "This will help you remember our day." So that was a special day, right? Festivals were going on. Now it was time for school. Suki's mother, checked Suki's obi. Oh, obi. What is an obi? So obi is a belt. Here, look. She's wearing it. The three sisters made their way down the block to their school. Mari and Yomi stayed several paces ahead of Suki and pretended they didn't know her. Here, look, they're little ahead of Suki. But Suki didn't mind. She turned and waved to her mother before she clip-clopped along in her shiny red geta. Oh, geta. What is geta? Geta is, look here, her slipper. So, geta is traditional Japanese wooden clog. So she is wearing that too. Feeling very pleased in her fan pattern blue kimono. So she has fan pattern in her kimono. So on this page, look, this is the next page. Once in a while, Suki would lift her arms and let the butterfly sleeves flutter in the breeze. It made her feel like she had grown her own set of wings. She is here. You will hear the next page. When they reached the school, Mari and Yumi hurried across the yard to a group of their friends. Suki stopped and looked around. Some of the children turned and stared at her, and others giggled and pointed at her kimono. But Suki ignored them. She took a seat on a swing to wait for the bell, for the school bell she was waiting for. A girl dressed in overalls, just like a pair Suki had at home, sat on the swing beside her. "Hi, Suki," said the girl. "Hi, Penny." So that's Penny. Suki and Penny are in the swing. "How come you are dressed so funny?" Penny asked. "Where did you get those shoes?" Suki lifted her feet off the sand and wiggled her toes. "I'm not dressed funny," she said. "My grandma gave me these shoes." Suki started to pumping her legs. After a moment, Penny started to do the same. And soon they were both swinging as fast and as high as they could. They were swinging up and up. Look how high they went. So let's turn the page again. When the bell rang, Suki and Penny jumped off their swings and ran to the gym for the first day assembly. Her obi was golden yellow. Her obi was golden yellow. Let me show you guys here. This is her obi. And its folds, Suki had tucked away her pale pink handkerchief. So she kept her handkerchiefs in there. "Welcome to the first grade." The teacher welcomed her. The teacher smiled and said, "Let's introduce ourselves and tell everyone what we did this summer." When it was her turn to speak, Suki stood up and told the teacher her name. So the teacher said, "Hello, Suki. What did you do this summer?" "My grandma visited us," she said, straightening her sleeves. "She brought me my kimono and my geta." Suki is speaking to the class. Somewhere in the classroom, someone laughed. But Suki took a deep breath and continued. "The best thing was that she took me to a festival. And there were dancing girls dressed like me, and they danced like this." So she started to dance like the girls she saw in the festival who were she's dancing. "Look, now she is dancing," someone said. But Suki didn't hear. She hummed the music she remembered hearing at the festival. When she finished, the room seemed very quiet. everyone was watching her. Suki sat down, wondering if she was in trouble. I don't think she is in trouble, right? She danced well. So let's turn the page and see what happened to Suki. So here the teacher is standing before the student here. But the teacher said, "That was wonderful, Suki." And she started to clap. Then so did Penny. And after a moment, so did the entire class. They all started to clap. Well done, Suki. Let's turn the page. So this is the last page of our storybook. Let's see. So here, what do we see? Suki and her two sisters ahead of her, right? So let's read it. After school, as the three sisters walked home together, Mori, and Yomi grumbled about their first day. "No one even noticed my new sweater," said Mori. "No one even noticed my cool shoes," said Yomi. But Suki just smiled as she clip-clopped along behind them. Suki pulled out the pale pink handkerchief from her obi and held it up over her head. Look here, over her head to catch the wind. And in her blue cotton kimono and in her shiny red keta, Suki danced all the way home. So happy Suki reached home. So that's the end of the story. I hope you like this story. This is a wonderful story about being yourself. Right? So bye.